All right. And I don't know, I'm actually feeling kind of paranoid wearing this cap because I'm not used to wearing. I mean, I used to wear it the other time. I was really into caps, like just wear, and I have a pink cap. But of recent, I'm not really, into caps. But yeah, there's a reason why I'm okay. My hair is untidy. It's untidy. I haven't had time to take care of myself. Okay, yeah, so that's why I don't want to look clumsy. That's why I'm wearing the cap. But again, I'm not sure if it's actually working or if the cap's actually making me look clumsy. Anyways, it's about the drawing, how I look. So yeah, in my last video, I did a drawing of lips. So I asked my audience what they would like to see next, and I love suggestions. Yeah, and someone said they want to see eyes. They want me to draw eyes. So yeah, challenge accepted. You can see here, this is actually the finished work. So I'm just gonna immediately after this, I'll take you straight to the process of the drawing, and then you can see how I did it from start to finish. I'll do a short video where it'll be maybe 30 seconds of the time lapse, and then there'll be a longer one just for you to, if you want to watch more of what was going on there. It won't be the actual real time, but you could see more of the work and more of the process. Yeah. So I didn't want this to be this long. Right, let me put on my glasses so I will see everything properly. Right, let's go. Enjoy the video. Have you ever looked someone in the eyes and felt like they were saying something without speaking? It's interesting because our eyes communicate long before our mouths do. Joy, sadness, fear, confidence, surprise. You can often tell what someone is feeling just by looking into their eyes. That's probably one of the reasons artists love drawing them so much. What's fascinating is that the eye itself isn't actually changing that much. It's the tiny details around it, the eyelids, the eyebrows, the direction of the gaze, the amount of light in the eye, that completely changes the emotion we perceive. And somehow our brains notice all of that almost instantly. As you watch this drawing come together, you're seeing nothing more than graphite and charcoal being placed on paper. Think about that for a second. This started as a completely blank page. Nothing was there. No eye, no shadows, no texture, no depth, just paper. And yet, with enough patience, that blank sheet slowly begins to create the illusion of something alive. I think that's one of the things that makes art so satisfying to watch. It's not magic, it's just thousands of tiny decisions. Every stroke adds something, every layer changes the picture just a little. Most of these individual changes are almost impossible to notice, but together they create something completely different. And honestly, that's true of almost everything worth learning. Whether it's drawing, playing an instrument, learning a new language, or building a business, real progress usually doesn't happen in one giant leap. It happens one small improvement at a time. Sometimes we underestimate small steps because they don't feel exciting. We want dramatic results, we want overnight success, but reality usually works differently. A realistic drawing isn't finished with one perfect pencil stroke. It's built from hundreds, sometimes thousands of ordinary ones. Here's something I think about every time I draw. Your eyes don't actually see lines, they see light. That's why artists spend so much time studying shadows. If you look closely at almost everything around you, you'll notice that very few objects have clear, black outlines. Instead, they have areas where light fades into shadow. Learning to see those transitions changes the way you draw forever. In fact, after you've spent enough time drawing, you begin to see the world differently. You notice reflections in windows. You notice how sunlight changes the color of someone's skin. You notice the tiny shadows under someone's nose. You notice that white objects are almost never truly white. They are reflecting colors from everything around them. It's amazing what you start seeing once you slow down enough to observe. And maybe that's one of the greatest gifts art gives us. It teaches us to pay attention. We're living in a world that moves incredibly fast. Everything is about speed. Faster internet, faster food, faster videos, faster results. But drawing refuses to be rushed. If you rush the process, the drawing usually lets you know. It rewards patience. Maybe that's why I enjoy it so much. For a little while, everything slows down. It's just the paper, the pencils, and the next decision. I also think people sometimes misunderstand realism. They assume the goal is simply to copy a photograph. But I don't think that's the most interesting part. The interesting part is understanding why something looks real. Why does one drawing feel flat while another seems to have depth? Why can a few dark values suddenly make an object appear three-dimensional? Why does one tiny highlight suddenly make an eye look alive? Those questions are what keep artists learning. And the amazing thing is, there's always something new to discover. Even after years of drawing, every drawing teaches you something. Sometimes it teaches you a new technique. Sometimes it teaches you patience. Sometimes it teaches you what not to do next time. Either way, you improve. If you're someone who's learning to draw, let me encourage you with something. Don't judge your progress by comparing your work with someone else's finished piece. Compare today's drawing with one you made 6 months ago. That's a much better measure of growth. Improvement isn't always obvious day by day, but over weeks, months, and years, it becomes impossible to ignore. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What was the first thing that made you interested in art? Was it a teacher, a family member, a YouTube video? Or have you never drawn before and you're just here because watching drawings come to life is relaxing? Let me know in the comments. I read them and I genuinely enjoy seeing where everyone is coming from. And if you're an artist, what's your favorite medium? Graphite, charcoal, colored pencils, paints, digital art? Every artist has that one medium that just feels right. For me, graphite and charcoal are a combination I never get tired of. There's something satisfying about creating so much depth using materials that look so simple. As this drawing comes to an end, take one last look at where it started. A blank sheet, a few light guidelines, layer after layer, and now a realistic eye. Not because of one incredible moment, but because of many small ones working together. I think that's a lesson worth remembering, whether you're making art or pursuing any other goal. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe. Before you go, tell me this: what should I draw next? Your suggestion might just become the next video on this channel. Until next time, keep creating, keep observing, and never stop learning.